We are previewing Week 3 in the NFL here at SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak, and right now we're talking with Stephen O. from Accuscore.com, who's been handicapping NFL games with us every week. Last week he gave us one pick, which was a winner with Cincinnati. Steve, thanks for coming back.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, now the game that you decided that you want to talk about this week, you picked one game a week, and the one game you picked was New England at Baltimore. And I'm a little bit surprised because I look at this, New England, of course, is off of their shocking upset loss last week to Arizona. Baltimore had a great win in Week 1 and then faltered a bit against the Eagles. Their passing game wasn't as good, and their pass defense wasn't as good as it was in Week 1. So one of these teams is, if you're going to bet this game, you're betting that one's going to rebound more than the other. I'm not sure which one I would pick. Which one would you pick? What do you like here?
Well, I'm actually on Baltimore to cover the three-point spread, and there's a couple of reasons for that. One, Baltimore at home versus playoff teams. I'm a huge Ravens fan. Ravens fans know that they step up big against the best teams, especially at home, and they usually flounder against teams that don't make the playoffs or haven't made the playoffs. Not that the Eagles aren't good, but we know what happened last year. Against playoff teams at home, since 2011, Baltimore is, I believe, 7-0. They've won by an average around 15 points a game. So this is against the best competition. The Patriots, they aren't very battle-tested. I think I could only find 2 games that they played on the road against playoff teams, and one was they did kill Denver with Tim Tebow last year, but then they lost by 8 to Pittsburgh. I also love the fact the line is 3. I'm kind of a risk-averse person, which is kind of funny to say in this industry, but
yes, me too. No, I like that.
They're going to win. If you look back in time, the last couple of years, last 3 years, the number of times where a team was favored by 4 points or less, the final margin is only 1 or 2, around 8% of the time. So the simulations we have give the Ravens a 52.5% chance of covering, which isn't that high.
Right.
Only a 40% chance of losing the bet because there is it's around an 8% chance of a push. So as someone who's risk averse, you have a pretty good chance that you won't at least lose the bet.
No, I like that. I love it. But doesn't Belichick have some insanely good record off a loss? I mean, you're not scared at all about the Brady and Belichick tandem coming off a loss?
I'm very scared. I am scared, but the Ravens have an equally good record of coming off losses.
All right.
I don't know last time we lost 2 in a row, especially when we're going back home. And look, I think both teams are going to be. They might be one of them's going to be 1 and 2, but I think the loser that's 1 and 2 is going to be 7 and 2 in a few weeks. Right. So I don't think there's going to be that much pressure on them. But we know Aaron Hernandez is out. We know that New England's offense is not quite clicking based on last week. Right. We know Baltimore's defense is not good so far, giving up tons of yardage, both on the ground and through the air. But I think last week the Eagles had success because Michael Vick's legs. Not that he killed them with running the ball, but if you remember the plays, the Jeremy Maclin touchdown where he was wide open, that was because Ed Reed was afraid that Michael Vick was about to take off. Tom Brady's not going to take off. All the passes to Brent Selleck, which were 8-10 yards in the air, they're all because we were leaving guys up at the line of scrimmage to contain Vick, and then sending guys way back to contain the speedsters on the edge. With Hernandez out, who has really great speed at tight end, we don't think that. I don't think the Ravens are going to play that kind of scheme defensively, and they'll be a little bit better containing the pass than they've been last week, certainly. There's also three very good reasons from a subjective, non-statistical reasons. A, Bernard Pollard's probable, and we all know that he always maims one of the Patriots. Probably cost him the Super Bowl last year when he hurt Gronkowski's ankle in the AFC Championship game. He tore the ACL of both Tom Brady and Wes Welker. So this year, I'm not sure which one he's got his eye on, but with Pollard in, and Lee Evans is gone, and Billy Cundiff is gone. So, as a Ravens fan, I'm thinking that besides the numbers, these stats are the ones that are going to carry us.
All right, you've definitely made your case. So it's a calculated risk with a modest but very real edge. I like it a lot. Thanks, Stephen.
You're welcome.